A Health and Medicine Organization Guide. Chapter 1. A list of general health and medicine associations, organizations, and societies. General health and medicine associations, organizations, and societies. ANM.org.br, Academia Nacional de Medicina, National Academy of Medicine, Brazil, in Portuguese, ANM. facmed.unam.mx/academia, Academia Nacional de Medicina, National Academy of Medicine, Mexico, in Spanish. acamedby.org.ar, Academia Nacional de Medicina de Buenos Aires, National Academy of Medicine of Buenos Aires, in Spanish, ANBA. anmdecolombia.org, Academia Nacional de Medicina de Colombia, National Academy of Medicine of Colombia, in Spanish, ANMC. academie-medecine.fr, Académie Nationale de Médecine, National Academy of Medicine, in French. armb.be, Académie Royale de Médecine de Belgique, Royal Academy of Medicine of Belgium, in French, ARMB. acmedci.ac.uk, Academy of Medical Sciences, United Kingdom. academyofmedicine.edu.sg, Academy of Medicine, Singapore, in English. academiadimedicina.unito.it/ Accademia di Medicina di Torino, Academy of Medicine of Turin, in Italian, AMT. accademia-lanciana.it, Accademia Lanciana di Roma, Lancian Academy of Rome, in Italian. Concerned with medicine, surgery, and sanitation, ALR. accmed.it, Accademia Nazionale di Medicina, National Academy of Medicine, in Italian. mzh.hr, Akademija Medicinska znanosti Hrvatske, Academy of Medical Sciences of Croatia, in Croatian and English, AMZH. aafp.org, American Academy of Family Physicians, AAFP. histmed.org, American Association for the History of Medicine, AAHM. ACCP.com, American College of Clinical Pharmacy, ACCP. AFMR.org, American Federation for Medical Research, AFMR. AMA-ASSN.org, American Medical Association. AMWA-DOC.org, American Medical Women's Association, an organization of women physicians and medical students dedicated to the care of the woman patient and serving as the unique voice for women's health, AMWA. AMWA.org, American Medical Writers Association. ASCI-JCI.org, American Society for Clinical Investigation, ASCI. ASCPT.org, American Society for Clinical Pharmacology and Therapeutics, ASCPT. ASPT.org, American Society for Pharmacology and Experimental Therapeutics, ASPET. AMA-med.org.ar, Asociación Médica Argentina, Argentine Medical Association, in Spanish. AMB.org.br, Associação Médica Brasileira, Brazilian Medical Association, in Portuguese, AMB. MD.lu, Association des Médecins et Médecins Dentistes du Grand Duché de Luxembourg, Association of Physicians and Dental Physicians of the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg, in French, AMMD. ASME.org.uk, Association for the Study of Medical Education. amhaiti.org, Association Médicale Haitienne, Haitian Medical Association, in French, AMH. AAMC.org, Association of American Medical Colleges, AAMC. Clinicians.org, Association of Clinicians for the Underserved. The primary emphasis is on clinicians who are providing healthcare to medically underserved populations, ACU. acam.org.au, Australasian College for Advancement in Medicine, concerned with alternative methods of medical treatment. ama.com.au, Australian Medical Association. asmr.org.au, Australian Society for Medical Research, ASMR. bamp.org.bb, Barbados Association of Medical Practitioners, in English, BAMP. bma.org.uk, British Medical Association, BMA. Bundesärztekammer.de, Bundes- and Allgemeine Kammer, German Medical Association, in German, English and French, B and Allgemeine, K. CHLA-ABSC.ca, Canadian Health Libraries Association, Association des Bibliothèques de la Santé du Canada, in English and French, CHLA, ABSC. CMA.ca, Canadian Medical Association, Association Médicale Canadienne, CMA, AMC. CLS.cz, Sesklika and No. 345, SKE Spolienost Jana Evangelisti Purkin and No. 283. Czech Medical Association of Jan Evangelista Purkine, in Czech and English, CLS JEP. Colegio-Medico.cl, Colegio Médico de Chile, CMC, Medical College of Chile, in Spanish, CMC. calmdi.org.pe, Colegio Médico del Perú and Uacut. Medical College of Peru, in Spanish, CMP. CFPC.ca, College of Family Physicians of Canada, College des Médecins de Famille du Canada, in English and French, CFPC, CMFC. callphyphil.org, College of Physicians of Philadelphia. The College of Physicians of Philadelphia is not an academic organization, as the name suggests, but is a not-for-profit educational and cultural institution dedicated to promoting a greater understanding of medicine and the roles of the physicians in contemporary society, CPP. col-legidemetges.ad, CO and No. 320, Legi de Metz d'Andorra, Andorran College of Doctors, in Catalan, with some Spanish, French, and English, CMA. CSMF.org, Confédération des syndicats médicaux français, Federation of French Medical Unions, in French, CSMF. DMS.dk, Dansk Medicinsk Selskab, Danish Medical Society, in Danish, DMS. Dadel.dk, Den Almindelige Dansk and Elig, Geforening, Danish Medical Association, in Danish and English, DADL. DVGE.de, Deutscher Verband für Gesundheitswissenschaften, German Association for Health Sciences and Public Health, in German and English, DVGE. EBM-netzwerk.de, Deutsches Netzwerk Evidence-basiert Medizin, German Network for Evidence-Based Medicine, in German and English, DNEBM. Arstideliit.ee, Eesti Arstideliit, Estonian Medical Association, in Estonian and English, EEL. EPS.net, European Health Psychology Society, EHPS. EMWA.org, European Medical Writers Association, EMWA. FNOMCEO.it, Federazione Nazionale degli Ordini dei Medici Chirurghi e degli Odontoiatri, National Federation for the Orders of Doctors and Dentists, in Italian, with some English, FNOMCEO. Science.uva.nl/genootshap/ngh, genuchap bevoorrijdering van natuur, genes en heelkunde, genuchap ter bevoorrijdering van natuur, genes en heelkunde, Society for the Advancement of Science, Medicine and Surgery, in Dutch. IOM.edu, Institute of Medicine, one of the National Academies of the U.S.A, IOM. IRPA.net, International Radiation Protection Association, IRPA. IUC.org, International Union for Circumpolar Health, IUCH. IMO.ie, Irish Medical Organization. AMS.ac.ir. Islamic Republic of Iran Academy of Medical Sciences, Academy of Medical Sciences of Iran, in English, IRIAMS. IMA.org.il. Israel Medical Association, in Hebrew. JMA.org.jo. Jordan Medical Association, in Arabic, JMA. KNMG.nl, Koninklijke Nederlandse Maatschappij tot Bevoorrijdering der Geneeskunst, Royal Netherlands Society for the Advancement of the Healing Arts, in Dutch, KNMG. KMA.org. Korean Medical Association, in Korean, KMA. iseemed.is, L and Elig, Nefelig Islands, Icelandic Medical Association, in Icelandic, LFI. Motz.hu, Magyar Orvostudományi I Társaságok ESCG Szoltek Szövetség, Federation of Hungarian Medical Societies, in Hungarian, Motz. mld.org.mk. Majkdansko Lekarsko Drew and No. 353, TiVo, Macedonian Medical Association, in Macedonian, MLD. mms.org.uk, Manchester Medical Society, MMS. massmed.org, Massachusetts Medical Society. Medical Association Jamaica.com, Medical Association of Jamaica, in English, MAJ. mam.org.mt, Medical Association of Malta, in English, MAM. macion.org, Medical Association of Southeast Asian Nations, in English, MASEAN. medicesociety.org. Medical Association of Thailand, in Thai. mlahq.org, Medical Library Association, MLA. dmsk.dk, Medicinsk Selskab IK and A/ Benhavn, Det Medicinsk Selskab IK and A/ Benhavn, Medical Society in Copenhagen, in Danish, DMSK. nma.org.np, Nepal Medical Association, in English. nvag.nl, Nederlandse Vereniging voor Algemene Gezondheidszorg, Netherlands Association for General Health Care, in Dutch, NVAG. nhms.org, New Hampshire Medical Society, NHMS. nyam.org, New York Academy of Medicine, NYAM. nzma.org.nz, New Zealand Medical Association, NZMA. nigeriannma.org, Nigerian Medical Association, in English. med.or.jp. Nihon Ishikai, Japan Medical Association, in Japanese and English. Legeforeningen.no, Norsk and Elig, Geforening, Norwegian Medical Association, in Norwegian, NLF. OMA.org, Ontario Medical Association, OMA. Ordem2medicos.pt, Ordem dos Medicos, Society of Physicians, in Portuguese, OM. aek.or.at, Österreichische and Allmel, Rätekammer, Austrian Medical Association, in German, O and Allmel, K. pma.org.pk, Pakistan Medical Association, in English, PMA. pda.org, Parenteral Drug Association, PDA. mma.org.my, Persatuan Perubatan Malaysia, Malaysian Medical Association, in English, PPM, MMA. pmasite.org.ph, Philippine Medical Association, in English. psr.org, Physicians for Social Responsibility, PSR. ptl.org.pl, Polskie Towarzystwo Lekarskie, Polish Medical Association, in Polish, PTL. ramsey.org, Real Academia de Medicina y Cirugía de Sevilla, Real Academia de Medicina de Sevilla, Royal Academy of Medicine of Seville, in Spanish, RAMS. ranem.es, Real Academia Nacional de Medicina, Royal National Academy of Medicine, in Spanish. Based in Spain, RANM. ramen.ru. Rossijsky Akademie Medicinske Nauk, Russian Academy of Medical Sciences, in Russian. rusmed.ru. Rossijsko Medicinsko OB and No. 349, Estvo, Russian Medical Society, in Russian and English. rami.ie, Royal Academy of Medicine in Ireland, RAMI. racp.edu.au, Royal Australasian College of Physicians, RACP. rcgp.org.uk, Royal College of General Practitioners, RCGP. rcplondon.ac.uk, Royal College of Physicians, also known as Royal College of Physicians of London, RCP. royalcollege.ca, Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons of Canada, College Royal des Médecins et Chirurgiens du Canada, RCPSC, CRMCC. rcpsglasg.ac.uk, Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons of Glasgow, RCPSG. rcpe.ac.uk, Royal College of Physicians of Edinburgh, RCPE. rcpi.ie, Royal College of Physicians of Ireland, RCPI. roysocmed.ac.uk, Royal Society of Medicine, RSM. samw.ch, Schweizerische Akademie der Medizinischen Wissenschaften, Académie Suisse des Sciences Médicales, Academias Vezera del Sciences Medicae, Swiss Academy of Medical Sciences, in German, French and English, SAMW, ASSM, ASSM, SAMS. SMPA.org, Schweizerische MD-PhD Gesellschaft, Association Suisse des MD-PhD, Associations Vezera MD-PhD, Swiss MD-PhD Association, in German, French and English. The SMPA is an association for physician scientists open for basic scientists, non-MDs, doing research in a field related to medicine, SMPG, ASMP, SMPA. smu.org.uy, Sindicato Médico del Uruguay, Medical Union of Uruguay, in Spanish, SMU. sma.org.sg, Singapore Medical Association, in English, SMA. saic.org.ar, Sociedad Argentina de Investigación Clínica, Argentine Society of Clinical Research, in Spanish, SAIC. sam.org.ar, Sociedad Argentina de Medicina, Argentine Society of Medicine, in Spanish, SAM. sbfte.org.br, Sociedade Brasileira de Farmacologia e Terapia and e-Circ, Utica Experimental, Brazilian Society of Pharmacology and Experimental Therapeutics, in Portuguese, SBFTE. medcure.bo.it, Société Medica Chirurgica di Bologna, Medical and Surgical Society of Bologna, in Italian. socmedparis.org, Société de Médecine de Paris, Society of Medicine of Paris. ssm.lu, Société des Sciences Médicales du Grand Duché de Luxembourg, Society of Medical Sciences of the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg, in French, SSM. tunimd.org.tn, Société Tunisienne des Sciences Médicales, Tunisian Society of Medical Sciences, in French, STSM. smdm.org, Society for Medical Decision Making, SMDM. srpc.ca, Society of Rural Physicians of Canada, SRPC, Société de la Médecine Rurale du Canada, SMRC, in English, SRPC, SMRC. samedical.org, South African Medical Association, in English, SAMA. star-society.org, Stress and Anxiety Research Society, STAR. laecariliato.fi, Suimen L and Almel, K and Almel, Reliito, Finland's L and Almel, Carförbund, Finnish Medical Association, in Finnish, Swedish and English, SLL, FLF, FMA. svls.se, Svenska L and Almel, Kers and Almel, Lskapet, Swedish Medical Society, in Swedish, SLS. slf.se, Sveriges L and Almel, Carförbund, Swedish Union of Physicians, in Swedish, SLF. tntmedical.com, Trinidad and Tobago Medical Association, in English, TNTMA. ttb.org.tr, Turk Tabipleri Birliği and No. 287, Turkish Medical Association, in Turkish, TTB. UMS.be, Union Européenne des Médecins Specialists, European Union of Medical Specialists, in French and English, UEMS. UCAOA.org, Urgent Care Association of America, UCO. FMH.ch, Verbindung der Schweizer and Allmel, Retenenund and Allmel, RZTE, Fédération des Médecins Suisses, Fédération des Médecins Suisses, Swiss Medical Association, Fédération Medicorum Helveticorum, in German, French, Italian, and English, FMH. VGV.be, Vlaamsgeneeskundige Verbond, Flemish Physicians Union, in Dutch, VGV. WAME.org, World Association of Medical Editors, WAME. WMA.net, World Medical Association, Association Médicale Mondiale, Asociación Médica Mundial, in English, French, and Spanish, WMA, AM, AM. HKMA.org. Xiangang Yie Suohui. Hong Kong Medical Association, in English. hkam.org.hk. Xiangang Yixus Wenki Suiyua, N. Hong Kong Academy of Medicine, in Chinese and English, HKAM. fmshk.com.hk. Xiangang Yixu Lianhui. Federation of Medical Societies of Hong Kong, in Chinese and English, FMSHK. cmam.org.cn. Zhenqiumaiyunzuyaya, O. Suohui. China Medical Association of Minorities, in Chinese, with some English. Devoted to the traditional medicine of ethnic minorities in China and related regions, CMAM. cma.org.cn. Zhenguao Yie Suohui. Chinese Medical Association, in Chinese. Chapter 2. Lists of Health and Medicine Association subfields. Allergology and Immunology Associations, Organizations, and Societies. Allergisa.org, Allergy Society of South Africa, in English, ALSA. AAAAI.org, American Academy of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology, AAAAI. ALLERGY-ENT.com, American Academy of Otolaryngologic Allergy, AAOA. AAI.org, American Association of Immunologists. ACAAI.org, American College of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology, ACAT. Allergia.org.ar, Asociación Argentina de Alergia y Inmunología Clínica Argentina Association of Allergy and Clinical Immunology, in Spanish, AAIC. Allergy.org.au, Australasian Society of Clinical Immunology and Allergy, ASIA, ASIA. Immunology.org, British Society for Immunology. comaic.org.mx, Colegio Mexicano de Alergia, Asma y Inmunología Clínica, Mexican College of Allergy, Asthma, and Clinical Immunology, in Spanish, COMAIC. comaipe.org.mx, Colegio Mexicano de Alergia, Asma y Inmunología Pediátrica, Mexican College of Pediatric Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology, in Spanish, COMAAP. dgiaki.de, Deutsche Gesellschaft für Allergologie und Klinische Immunologie, German Society for Allergology and Clinical Immunology, in German, DGAI. Allergy.org.gr. Helleniki a Teria Allergiologies, Asthmatos Chi Cliniques Anosologies, Hellenic Association of Allergy, Asthma, and Clinical Immunology, in Greek and English. EAACI.org, European Academy of Allergology and Clinical Immunology, EAI. FAISOC.org, Federation of African Immunological Societies, Fédération Africaine de Sociétés d'Immunologie, in English, FAIS. ISDCI.org, International Society of Developmental and Comparative Immunology, ISDC. IUISonline.org, International Union of Immunological Societies, Union Internationale des Sociétés d'Immunologie, in English, IUIS, UISI. Allergy.or.kr. Korean Academy of Asthma and Allergy, in Korean. The Academy also appears to have been known as the Korean Society of Allergology during part or all of its existence, KAAA. Makiti.hu, Magyar Allergology es Klinikai Immunology Tersaiseg, Hungarian Society of Allergology and Clinical Immunology, in Hungarian, Mocket. js-allergol.gr.jp. Nihon Airgai Gakai, Japanese Society of Allergology, in Japanese, JSA. allergymsci.org, Persatuan Allergy and Immunology Malaysia, Malaysian Society of Allergy and Immunology, in English, MSAI. Inmunologia.org.ar, Sociedad Argentina de Inmunología, Argentine Society of Immunology, in Spanish. CIC.es, Sociedad Española de Alergología y Inmunología Clínica, Spanish Society of Allergology and Immunology, in Spanish, CIA. SLAAI.org, Sociedad Latinoamericana de Alergia, Asma y Inmunología, Latin American Society of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology, in Spanish, SLAT. SBAI.org.br, Sociedade Brasileira de Alergia e Imunopatologia, Brazilian Society of Allergy and Immunology, in Portuguese, SBAI. sfi-immunologie.com.fr, Société Française d'Immunologie, French Society of Immunology, in French, SFI. aid.org.tr, Turkey Uluzal Allergy ve Klinik Immunology Dern and No. 287, I, Turkish National Society of Allergy and Clinical Immunology, in Turkish and English, AID. WorldAllergy.org, World Allergy Organization, III, in English, WAO. Anatomy and Physiology Associations, Organizations, and Societies. Anatomy.org, American Association of Anatomists. ClinicalAnatomy.org, American Association of Clinical Anatomists, AACA. OS.com, American Association of Clinical Endocrinologists. ACNS.org, American Clinical Neurophysiology Society, ACNS. THE-APS.org, American Physiological Society. ASNM.org, American Society of Neurophysiological Monitoring, ASNM. Thyroid.org, American Thyroid Association. anatsoc.org.uk, Anatomical Society of Great Britain and Ireland, ASCBI. ANATOMISCHE-GESELLSCHAFT.de, Anatomische Gesellschaft, Anatomical Society, in German and English. ACHEMS.org, Association for Chemoreception Sciences, covers basic and clinical chemosensory research, research on taste and smell, ACHEMS. apps.org.au, Australian Physiological and Pharmacological Society. CSCP.ca, Canadian Society for Exercise Physiology, Société Canadienne de Physiologie de l'Exercice, in English and French, CSCP, SCPE. CardiacEPS.org, Cardiac Electrophysiology Society, Cardiac EPS. Physiol.ca, Canadian Physiological Society, Société Canadienne de Physiologie. DGNN.de, Deutsche Gesellschaft für Neuropathologie und Neuroanatomie, German Society for Neuropathology and Neuroanatomy, in German and English, DGNN. ENDO-SOCIETY.org, Endocrine Society. Fedpatmex.org.mx, Federación de Anatomía Patológica de la República Mexicana, Federation of Pathological Anatomy of the Mexican Republic, in Spanish, FAPRIM. HAPSweb.org, Human Anatomy and Physiology Society, HAPS. Endosociety.com, International Society of Endocrinology. ISBNE.org, International Society of Psychoneuroendocrinology, ISPNE. IUPS.org, International Union of Physiological Sciences, IUPS. JSBA.net. Nihon Shirijin Rui Gakai, Japan Society of Physiological Anthropology, in Japanese, with some English, JSPA. Scandphysical.org, Nordisk Forening for Physiology, Scandinavian Physiological Society, in English, NFF. Physicaloc.org, Physiological Society. Lats.org, Sociedad Latinoamericana de Tiroides, Latin American Thyroid Society in Spanish and English, SLAT, LATS. Biomedical-e.univ-paris5.fr/anat/anatomy/Société Société Anatomique de Paris, Anatomical Society of Paris, in French, SAP. Endocrinology.org, Society for Endocrinology, SE. sbrweb.org, Society for Psychophysiological Research. semdsa.org.za, Society of Endocrinology, Metabolism and Diabetes of South Africa, in English, SEMDSA. caps-china.org. Zhenqiu Xingli Suohui. Chinese Association for Physiological Sciences, in Chinese, CAPS. Cardiovascular Medicine Associations, Organizations and Societies. acc.org, American College of Cardiology. phlebiology.org, American College of Phlebology, ACP. amsect.org, American Society of Extracorporeal Technology, Extracorporeal Technologists, also referred to as perfusionists, are members of an open heart surgical team responsible for the selection, setup, and operation of a mechanical device commonly referred to as the heart-lung machine. Hematology.org, American Society of Hematology, ASH. ASBHO.org, American Society of Pediatric Hematology/Oncology, ASPH/O. ANCAM.org.mx, Asociación Nacional de Cardiólogos de Mexico, National Association of Cardiologists of Mexico, in Spanish, ANCAM. CCS.ca, Canadian Cardiovascular Society, Société Canadienne de Cardiologie, in English, CCS, SCC. CSIindia.org, Cardiological Society of India, in English. CIRSE.org, Cardiovascular and Interventional Radiological Society of Europe, CIRS. KARDIO-CZ.CZ, Česk Kardiologic Společnost, Czech Cardiological Society, in Czech, CKs. DSDH.DK, Dansk Selskab for Trombosog H and Elig, Mestase, Danish Society for Thrombosis and Hemostasis, in Danish, DSTH. HCS.gr. Elliniki Kardiologiki Ateria, Hellenic Cardiological Society, in Greek and English. EACS.org, European Association for Cardiothoracic Surgery, Association Européenne pour la Chirurgie Cardiothoracique, in English, EACS, EACT. ESVS.org, European Society for Vascular Surgery, ESVS. EScardio.org, European Society of Cardiology, in English, ESC. hsans.org.au, Hematology Society of Australia and New Zealand, SANS. IACS.org.in, Indian Association of Cardiovascular Thoracic Surgeons, in English, IACS. ISVIR.org, Indian Society of Vascular and Interventional Radiology, in English, ISVIR. ISCH.org, International Society for Experimental Hematology. ISCAT.org, International Society of Carotid Artery Therapy, ISCAT. KTCS.or.kr, Korean Society for Thoracic and Cardiovascular Surgery, in Korean, KTCS. KSVS.org, Korean Society for Vascular Surgery, in Korean, KSVS. LFB.LV, Latvijas Flebolo and number 291, IJAS BIEDR and number 299, BA, Latvian Society of Phlebology in Latvian and English, LFB. Sika.ru. Nochno Obchestvo Intervencionoi Cardioangiologii, Scientific Society of Interventional Cardioangiology in Russian and English, Noika, Sika. NSI.org, North American Society for Cardiac Imaging, NASI. PTKARDIO.pl, Polski Towarzystwo Kardiologiczne, Polish Cardiac Society in Polish and English, PTK. SingaporeCardiac.org, Singapore Cardiac Society, in English. scc.org.co, Sociedad Colombiana de Cardiología, Colombian Society of Cardiology, in Spanish. smcardiologia.org.mx, Sociedad Mexicana de Cardiología, Mexican Society of Cardiology, in Spanish, SMC. sbcardio.org, Sociedad Panameña de Cardiología, Panamanian Society of Cardiology, in Spanish and English, SPC. svcardiologia.org, Sociedad Venezolana de Cardiología, Venezuelan Society of Cardiology, in Spanish. cardiol.br, Sociedade Brasileira de Cardiologia, Brazilian Society of Cardiology, in Portuguese. cardio-sfc.org, Société Française de Cardiologie, French Society of Cardiology, in French. thd.org.tr, Turk Hematology Derneği No. 287, I, Turkish Society of Hematology, in Turkish and English, THD. tkd.org.tr, Turk Cardiology Derneği No. 287, I, Turkish Society of Cardiology, in Turkish, TKD. vssgbi.org, Vascular Surgical Society of Great Britain and Ireland, VSGBI. worldheart.org, World Heart Federation, in English, WHF. Dental Science Associations, Organizations and Societies Académie-dentaire.org, Académie Nationale de Chirurgie Dentaire, National Academy of Dental Surgery, in French, ANCD. AGD.org, Academy of General Dentistry, covers the USA and Canada, AGD. AVDonline.org, Academy of Veterinary Dentistry, AVD. Perio.org, American Academy of Periodontology, AAP. ADA.org, American Dental Association, ADA. Orthodontics.com, American Orthodontic Society, AUS. avds-online.org, American Veterinary Dental Society, AVDS. MacauDental.com. Omyun Cao Kienji Suohui. Associação de Estomatologia de Macau, Macau Dental Association, in Chinese and English, MDA. AOA.org.ar, Asociación Odontológica Argentina, Argentine Odontological Association, in Spanish, AOA. AOPAN.org, Asociación Odontológica Panameña, Panamanian Odontological Association, in Spanish, AOP. abano.org.br, Associação Brasileira de Ensino Odontológico, Brazilian Association for Odontological Education, in Portuguese, ABINO. adf.asso.fr, Association Dentaire Française, French Dental Association, in French, ADF. ada.org.au, Australian Dental Association. BahrainDental.com. Bahrain Dental Society, in Arabic and English. BermudaDental.bm, Bermuda Dental Association, in English, BDA. bda-dentistry.org.uk, British Dental Association. bos.org.uk, British Orthodontic Society, BOS. cao-aco.org, Canadian Association of Orthodontists, Association Canadienne des Orthodontistes, in English and French, CAO, ACO. cda-adc.ca, Canadian Dental Association, Association Dentaire Canadienne, in English and French, CDA, ADC. eg-dent-ass.org. Egyptian Dental Association, in English, EDA. egortho.org. Egyptian Orthodontic Society, in English. Periodontology.gr. Elliniki Periodontologiki Ateria, Hellenic Society of Periodontology, in Greek and English. esortho.gr. Epagelmatikos Salagos Orthodontico and Elidus, Hellenic Professional Union of Orthodontists, in Greek and English. fosa.org, European Federation of Orthodontic Specialists Associations, Fédération Européenne des Associations de Spécialistes en Orthodontie, in English, IFOSA. FEO-ONLINE.org, European Federation of Orthodontics, Fédération Europea Orthodontica, in English, FEO. EOSEurope.org, European Orthodontic Society. FDS.info, European Veterinary Dental Society, in English, EVDS. FDIWORLdental.org, FDI World Dental Federation, in English, French, Spanish and Portuguese, FDI. IOSonline.org, Indian Orthodontic Society, in English, IOS. IADR.com, International Association for Dental Research, IADR. IAOrtho.com, International Association for Orthodontics, IAO. ICD.org, International College of Dentists, ICD. KSA.kz. Kazakhstansky Stomatologiysky Associacy, Kazakhstan Stomatological Association, in Russian and English. LDA.org.lb. Lebanese Dental Association, in English, LDA. Orthodontist.nl, Nederlandse Vereniging van Orthodontisten, Dutch Union of Orthodontists, in Dutch. Dentomaxillaire Orthopedie, DMO, DMO. grortho.gr. Orthodontiki a Teriates Elidus, Greek Orthodontic Society, in Greek and English. SaudiDS.org. Saudi Dental Society, in Arabic, SDS. Sedo.es, Sociedad Española Spanish Society of Orthodontics, in Spanish, SEDO. Cedo.it, Societe Italiana di Ortodonzia, Italian Society of Orthodontics, in Italian and English, CEDO. SOBOR-BEVOR.BE, Société Belge d'Orthodontie, Belgisk Vereniging voor Orthodontie, Belgian Society of Orthodontics, in French and Dutch, SABOR, Bever. SFODF.org, Société Française d'Orthopédie Dentofacial, French Society of Dentofacial Orthopedics, in French, SFODF. Tandela Karverbundet.se, Sveriges Tandel and Almel, Karverbund, Swedish Dental Association, in Swedish and English, STF. Tanzai.is, Tanel and Elig, Nafelig Islands, Icelandic Dental Association, in Icelandic, TFI. tdb.org.tr, Turk D and number 351, Hekimleri Birliği and number 287, I, Turkish Dental Association, in Turkish and English, TDB, TDA. tod.org.tr, Turk Ortodonti Dern and number 287, I, Turkish Orthodontics Society, in Turkish, TOD. WFO.org, World Federation of Orthodontists, WFO. HKDA.org. Ziyanggang Yoyisuhui. Hong Kong Dental Association, in Chinese and English, HKDA. Environmental/Occupational Health and Safety Associations, Organizations, and Societies ACOEM.org, American College of Occupational and Environmental Medicine, ACOEM. ACGIH.org, American Conference of Governmental Industrial Hygienists, in spite of its name, this is a society, not merely a conference, ACGI. AIHA.org, American Industrial Hygiene Association, devoted to the anticipation, recognition, evaluation, and control of environmental factors arising in or from the workplace that may result in injury, illness, impairment, or affect the well-being of workers and members of the community, AIHA. MHI.org.mx, Asociación Mexicana de Higiene Industrial, Mexican Association of Industrial Hygiene, in Spanish, AMHI. abho.com.br, Associação Brasileira de Higienistas Ocupacionais, Brazilian Association of Occupational Hygienists, in Portuguese, ABHO. ASOSH.org, Association of Societies for Occupational Safety and Health, based in South Africa, ASOSH. AIA.org.au, Australian Institute of Environmental Health, AIEH. AIO.org.au, Australian Institute of Occupational Hygienists, AIOH. BOS.org, British Occupational Hygiene Society, BOS. CRBO.ca, Canadian Registration Board of Occupational Hygienists, Conseil Canadien d'Agrément des Hygiénistes du Travail, in English, CRBE, COT. CIEH.org.uk, Chartered Institute of Environmental Health, CIEH. JISHA.or.jp. Japan Industrial Safety and Health Association, in Japanese and English, JISHA. DGA.de, Deutsche Gesellschaft für Arbeitshygiene, German Society for Occupational Hygiene, in German, DGAH. EA-OHP.org, European Academy of Occupational Health Psychology, EAOHP. FACOCCmed.ac.uk, Faculty of Occupational Medicine, a faculty of the Royal College of Physicians, UK, FOM. IOSH.co.uk, Institution of Occupational Safety and Health. IOSH. IFAH.org, International Federation of Environmental Health, IFEH, IRSM. IOHA.com, International Occupational Hygiene Association, IOHA. ISCAWeb.org, International Society of Exposure Analysis. The objective of the society is to foster and advance the science of. NAHA.org, National Environmental Health Association, NEHA. Arbeidshygiene.nl, Nederlandse Vereniging voor Arbeidshygiëne en Humel, NE, Dutch Occupational Hygiene Society in Dutch and English, ENVA. NZOHS.org.nz, New Zealand Occupational Hygiene Society, NZOS. NYF.no, Norsk Yrkeshygienisk Forening, Norwegian Occupational Hygiene Association, in Norwegian, NYF. OIreland.org, Occupational Hygiene Society of Ireland, OHSI. royal-environmental-health.org.uk, Royal Environmental Health Institute of Scotland, REHIS. Ambiental, Ecuadorian Society Environment Health and Safety, Ecuadorian Society of Safety, Occupational Health and Environmental. som.org.uk, Society of Occupational Medicine, SOM. SIO.org, Southern African Institute for Occupational Hygiene, in English, SIO. CISHA.org.cy. Sundesmos Osphalias Kyogaias Q-Pro, Cyprus Safety and Health Association, CISHA, in Greek and English. hkioa.org.hk. Xiangsgang Xiaoye, Zhuhuangji, Ngwi, Ishing Suhui. Hong Kong Institute of Occupational and Environmental Hygiene, in English, HKIO. ymh.se, Yrkesforeningen Miljoak H and Almel, LSA, Swedish Association of Environmental Health Professionals, in Swedish, YMH. Food Science and Nutrition Associations, Organizations and Societies. aedweb.org, Academy for Eating Disorders, AED. etrite.org, American Dietetic Association. ASCN.org, American Society for Clinical Nutrition, ASCN. ASNS.org, American Society for Nutritional Sciences, ASNS. Alimentos.org.ar, Asociación Argentina de Tecnólogos Alimentarios, Argentine Association of Food Technology, in Spanish, AATA. CIFSD.ca, Canadian Institute of Food Science and Technology, Institut Canadien de Sciences et Technologies Alimentaires, in English and French, CIFST, IXTA. Nutritional Sciences.ca, Canadian Society for Nutritional Sciences, Société Canadienne des Sciences de la Nutrition, in English, CSNS, SCSN. EFFOST.org, European Federation of Food Science and Technology, EFOST. IFST.org, Institute of Food Science and Technology, IFST. IFT.org, Institute of Food Technologists, IFT. IUFOST.org, International Union of Food Science and Technology, IUFOST. IUNS.org, International Union of Nutritional Sciences, Union Internationale des Sciences de la Nutrition, IUNS, UISN. KNS.or.kr. Korean Nutrition Society, in Korean, KNS. PTIT-SPOMASZ.com.pl, Polski Towarzystwo and number 380, Iniri I Techniki Przetwórstwa SPO and number 380, Ichigo Spomaz, Polish Society of Food Engineering and Technology Spomaz, in Polish and English, Spomaz. SAAFOST.org.za, South African Association for Food Science and Technology, Suid-Afrikaans Vereniging vir Voedselwetenskap en Technology, in English, with some Afrikaans, SAFOST, SAVIT. CNSOC.org. Zhenqiuyang Suohui. Chinese Nutrition Society, in Chinese. CIFSD.org.cn. Zhenqiuxia Pinqiuji, Shu, Suohui. Chinese Institute of Food Science and Technology, in Chinese and English, CIFST. Medical and Health Specialties Associations, Organizations, and Societies IMM.it, Accademia Italiana di Medicina Manual, Italian Academy of Osteopathy, in Italian, AIMM. AAAP.org, American Academy of Addiction Psychiatry, AAAP. WorldHealth.net, American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine, initialism is also given as A4M, AAAM, A4M. AAFS.org, American Academy of Forensic Sciences, AAFS. AAOS.org, American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons, AAOS. ENTNet.org, American Academy of Otolaryngology, Head and Neck Surgery, AAOHNS. AAPIAinmanage.org, American Academy of Pain Management, AAPM. PainMed.org, American Academy of Pain Medicine. AAP.org, American Academy of Pediatrics. AAPMR.org, American Academy of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, AAPMNR. AAPRD.org, American Alliance for Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Dance, AAPRD. AACR.org, American Association for Cancer Research, AACR. AAGPGPA.org, American Association for Geriatric Psychiatry, AAGP. HandSurgery.org, American Association for Hand Surgery, AAHS. AAPOS.org, American Association for Pediatric Ophthalmology and Strabismus, AAPO. AASLD.org, American Association for the Study of Liver Diseases, AASLD. AACOM.org, American Association of Colleges of Osteopathic Medicine, ACOM. AAEM.net, American Association of Electrodiagnostic Medicine, AAEM. AAGL.com, American Association of Gynecologic Laparoscopists, AAGL. AAMR.org, American Association on Mental Retardation, AAMR. AMERChiro.org, American Chiropractic Association. ChestNet.org, American College of Chest Physicians. ACPOnline.org, American College of Physicians, American Society of Internal Medicine, ACPSIM. Rheumatology.org, American College of Rheumatology. ACSM.org, American College of Sports Medicine. ACVA.org, American College of Veterinary Anesthesiologists, ACVA. ACVD.org, American College of Veterinary Dermatology, ACVD. ACVIM.org, American College of Veterinary Internal Medicine, ACVIM. ACVP.org, American College of Veterinary Pathologists, ACVP. ACVPM.org, American College of Veterinary Preventive Medicine, ACVM. ADTIA.org, American Dance Therapy Association. Dance/movement therapy is the psychotherapeutic use of movement as a process which furthers the emotional, cognitive, social, and physical integration of the individual, ADTA. Diabetes.org, American Diabetes Association. AmericanGeriatrics.org, American Geriatrics Society. MusicTherapy.org, American Music Therapy Association. AOASSN.org, American Orthopedic Association. AM-OSTEO-ASSN.org, American Osteopathic Association. AMPainSoc.org, American Pain Society. APTA.org, American Physical Therapy Association, APTA. ASDA.org, American Sleep Disorders Association, ASDA. ASDS-NET.org, American Society for Dermatologic Surgery, ASDS. ASGE.org, American Society for Gastrointestinal Endoscopy, ASGE. ACIP.org, American Society for Investigative Pathology, ASIP. HAND-SURG.org, American Society for Surgery of the Hand, ASSH. ASSAM.org, American Society of Addiction Medicine, ASSAM. ASAHQ.org, American Society of Anesthesiologists. ASCP.org, American Society of Clinical Pathologists, ASCP. ASN-ONLINE.org, American Society of Nephrology. ASTP.org, American Society of Transplant Physicians, ASTP. ASAGing.org, American Society on Aging, ASG. ASHA.org, American Speech Language Hearing Association, ASHA. Thoracic.org, American Thoracic Society, the medical section of the American Lung Association, ATS. AnimalChiropractic.org, American Veterinary Chiropractic Association, AVCA. AAOC.org.AR, Asociación Argentina de Oncología Clínica, Argentina Association of Clinical Oncology, in Spanish, AAOC. AAOT.org.AR, Asociación Argentina de Ortopedia y Traumatología, Argentine Association of Orthopedics and Traumatology, in Spanish, AAOT. AEFI.net, Asociación Española de Fisioterapeutas, Spanish Association of Physiotherapists, in Spanish. MD.org.mx, Asociación Mexicana de Medicina del Deporte, Mexican Association of Sports Medicine, in Spanish and English. abpmc.org.br, Associação Brasileira de Psicoterapia e Medicina Comportamental, Brazilian Association of Psychology and Behavioral Medicine, in Portuguese, ABMC. AMERSA.org, Association for Medical Education and Research in Substance Abuse, AMERSA. ARO.org, Association for Research in Otolaryngology, ARO. Eurofrance.org, Association Française de Urologie, French Urology Association, in French, AFU. Physiatry.org, Association of Academic Physiatrists. Physiatrists are physicians who specialize in physical medicine and rehabilitation, a medical specialty that deals with the evaluation and treatment of patients whose functional abilities have been impaired. ATSS-HQ.com, Association of Traumatic Stress Specialists, ATSS. AustMTA.org.au, Australian Music Therapy Association. AOA.org.au, Australian Orthopaedic Association. ASA.org.au, Australian Society of Anaesthetists. BDorth.org, Bangladesh Orthopaedic Society, in English. BGES.org, Belgian Group for Endoscopic Surgery, in English, BGES. MUSIKTHERAPIE-BVM.de, Berufsverband der Musiktherapeuten und Musiktherapeuten in Deutschland, Professional Association of Music Therapists in Germany, in German, BVM. BOA.ac.uk, British Orthopaedic Association, BOA. BSMT.org, British Society for Music Therapy, BSMT. Rheumatology.org.uk, British Society for Rheumatology, BSR. CAS.ca, Canadian Anesthesiologists Society, Société Canadienne des Anesthesiologistes, in English and French, CA, SCA. CAHPERD.ca, Canadian Association for Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Dance, Association Canadienne pour la Santé, l'Éducation Physique, les loisirs et la danse, in English and French, COPERD, AXPLD. Musictherapy.ca, Canadian Association for Music Therapy, Association de Musicothérapie du Canada, in English, CAMT, AMC. CAG-ACG.org, Canadian Association of Gastroenterology, Association Canadienne de Gastroenterologie, in English, CAG, AC. KLPA.ca, Canadian Association of Speech-Language Pathologists and Audiologists, Association Canadienne des Orthophonistes et Audiologistes, CASLPA, ACOA. COA-ACO.org, Canadian Orthopedic Association, Association Canadienne d'Orthopédie, in English and French, COA, ACO. CPS.ca, Canadian Pediatric Society, CPS, Société Canadienne de Pédiatrie, in English and French. CSS.to, Canadian Sleep Society, Société Canadienne du Sommeil, in English, CSS, SCS. csea.org.eg, Central Society for Egyptian Anesthesiologists, in English, CSEA. csp.org.uk, Chartered Society of Physiotherapy. cbce.org.br, Colégio Brasileiro de Ciência e Cirque, Ciências do Esporte, Brazilian College of Sport Sciences, in Portuguese, CBCE. cpdd.org, College on Problems of Drug Dependence, CPDD. cplol.org, Comité Permanent de Liaison des Orthophonistes / Logopédes de l'Union Européenne, Standing Liaison Committee of EU. Speech and Language Therapists and Logopedists, in French and English, PLAL. cmorl.org.mx, Constio Mexicano de Otorrinolaryngologia y Cirugía de Cabeza y Cuello, Mexican Council of Otorhinolaryngology and Surgery of the Head and Neck, in Spanish, CMRL YCCC. Ortopedi.dk, Dansk Ortop and Elig, Disk Selskab, Danish Orthopedic Society, in Danish, DOS. DGI.de, Deutsche Gesellschaft für An- und Allmell, Anesthesiology und Intensive Medicine, German Society for Anesthesiology and Intensive Medicine, in German. EOA.org.eg, Egyptian Orthopedic Association, in English, EOA. EEXOT.org. Elniki a Teriazirurgiques Orthopediques Kai Traumatologies, Hellenic Association of Orthopedic Surgery and Traumatology, in Greek, EEXOT. Endourology.org, Endourological Society, Endourology Society. EACR.org, European Association for Cancer Research, in English, EACR. Euroweb.org, European Association of Urology, in English, O. ESRS.org, European Sleep Research Society, in English, ESRS. ESDR.org, European Society for Dermatological Research, ESDR. ESMO.org, European Society for Medical Oncology, in English, ESMO. ESDSS.org, European Society for Traumatic Stress Studies, ESTS. Euroanesthesia.org, European Society of Anesthesiologists, in English. ESRAEurope.org, European Society of Regional Anesthesia, European Society of Regional Anesthesia and Pain Therapy, in English, ESRA. EFLASCA.org, Federación Latinoamericana de Sociedades de Cancerología, Latin American Federation of Cancerology Societies, in Spanish, FLASCA. FIMS.org, Federación Internacional de Medicina Sportiva, International Federation of Sports Medicine, in English, FIMS, IFSM. HIPSOC.org, HIP Society. IAPindia.org, Indian Academy of Pediatrics, in English. iapsindia.com, Indian Association of Pediatric Surgeons, in English, IAPS. isa-india.org, Indian Society of Anesthesiologists, in English. isccm.org, Indian Society of Critical Care Medicine, in English, ISCM. idsociety.org, Infectious Diseases Society of America, IDSA. iars.org, International Anesthesia Research Society, in English, IARS. iasp-pain.org, International Association for the Study of Pain, IASP. iapac.org, International Association of Physicians in AIDS Care, IAPAC. icpa4kids.com, International Chiropractic Pediatric Association, ICPA. icsspe.org, International Council of Sport Science and Physical Education, Conseil International pour l'Education Physique et la Science du Sport, in English and French, IXP, CIEPS. ifosworld.org, International Federation of Otorhinolaryngological Societies, IFOS. ILSA.cc, International Lung Sounds Association, ILSA. ipa-online.org, International Psychogeriatric Association. isaac-online.org, International Society for Augmentative and Alternative Communication. The mission of ISAC is to improve communication and the quality of life for people with severe communication impairments, ISAC. iscipe.org, International Society for Child and Adolescent Injury Prevention, ISCAPE. socfsurg.org, International Society for Endovascular Surgery. isid.org, International Society for Infectious Diseases, ISID. ispo.ws, International Society for Prosthetics and Orthotics, ISPO. issls.org, International Society for the Study of the Lumbar Spine, ISLOS. istses.org, International Society for Traumatic Stress Studies, ISTS. ischemo.org, International Society of Chemotherapy, International Society of Chemotherapy, Infection and Cancer. iscp.org.au, International Society of Educators in Physiotherapy. isisweb.org, International Society on Infant Studies, ISIS. uixi.ch, International Union Against Cancer, Union Internationale contre le Cancer, IUAC, UICC. IVAS.org, International Veterinary Acupuncture Society, IVAS. cmoc.ca. Jiinada, Zanyaya, O. Jinjiu Surohui. Chinese Medicine and Acupuncture Association of Canada, in English, CMAC. mldt.hu, Magyar Laboratoriumi Diagnostikai Tőrszeg, Hungarian Society of Clinical Pathology, in Hungarian, MLDT. operd.org/NASB National Association for Sport and Physical Education. KNO.NL, Nederlandse Vereniging voor Keelneusoorheelkunde en Heelkunde van het Hoofdhalsgebied, Netherlands Society of Otorhinolaryngology and Cervico-Facial Surgery, in Dutch, No. musictherapy.org.nz, New Zealand Society for Music Therapy, NZSMT. Musikkterapii.no, Norsk Forening for Musiktherapy, Norwegian Music Therapy Association, in Norwegian, NFMT. NASO.org, North American Association for the Study of Obesity, NASO. ORS.org, Orthopedic Research Society. PPA.org.pk, Pakistan Pediatric Association, in English, PPA. PDS.org.ph, Philippine Dermatological Society, in English, PDS. PPS.org.ph, Philippine Pediatric Society, in English, PPS. PSONS.org.ph, Philippine Society of Otolaryngology, Head and Neck Surgery, in English, PSONS. RCOA.ac.uk, Royal College of Anaesthetists, RCA. rcpa.edu.au, Royal College of Pathologists of Australasia, RCPA. saudi-orls.com. Saudi Otorhinolaryngology Society in Arabic and English, SORLS. sgpath.ch, Schweizerische Gesellschaft für Pathologie, Société Suisse de Pathologie, Swiss Society of Pathology, in German and French, sgpath, sspath. srs.org, Scoliosis Research Society, SRS. siecuz.org, Sexuality Information and Education Council of the United States, SIECUS. Physiotherapy.org.sg, Singapore Physiotherapy Association, in English, SPA. sat.org.ar, Sociedad Argentina de Trasplantes, Argentine Society of Transplantation, in Spanish, SAT. sgu.org.uy, Sociedad de Gastroenterología del Uruguay, Gastroenterological Society of Uruguay, in Spanish, SGU. sepd.org, Sociedad Española de Patología Digestiva, Spanish Society of Digestive Pathology, in Spanish, SEPD. Spanist.org.pa, Sociedad Panameña de Anestesiología, Panamanian Society of Anesthesiology, in Spanish. sbn.org.br, Sociedade Brasileira de Nefrologia, Brazilian Society of Nephrology, in Portuguese, SBN. sbot.org.br, Sociedade Brasileira de Ortopedia e Traumatologia, Brazilian Society of Orthopedics and Traumatology, in Portuguese, SBOT. sbp.org.br, Sociedade Brasileira de Patologia, Brazilian Society of Pathology, in Portuguese, SBP. CIMA.it, Société Italiana di Medicina Interna, Italian Society of Internal Medicine, in Italian, CIMI. SIP.it, Société Italiana di Pediatria, Italian Society of Pediatrics, in Italian. SMIPI.it, Société Medica Italiana di Psicoterapia e Ipnosi, Italian Medical Society for Psychotherapy and Hypnosis, in Italian, SMIPI. toxicologie-clinique.org, Société de Toxicologie Clinique, Society of Clinical Toxicology, in French. sfar.org, Société Française d'Anesthésie et de Réanimation, French Society of Anesthesiology and Intensive Care, in French and English, SFAR. sfdermato.com, Société Française de Dermatologie, French Society of Dermatology, in French, SFD. sfms.asso.fr, Société Française de Médecine du Sport, French Society for Sport Medicine, in French, SFMS. sfpediatry.com, Société Française de Pédiatrie, French Society of Pediatrics, in French. s-f-t-s.org, Société Française de Traumatologie du Sport, French Society of Sport Traumatology, in French, SFTS. siu-urology.org, Société Internationale de Urologie, International Society of Urology, in English, SU. CCOT.org, Société Internationale de Chirurgie Orthopédique et de Traumatologie, International Society of Orthopedic Surgery and Traumatology, in English, SICOT. smar.org.ma, Société Marocaine d'Anesthésie et de Réanimation, Moroccan Society for Anesthesiology and Resuscitation, in French, SMAR. sdge.org.tn, Société Tunisienne de Gastroenterologie, Tunisian Society for Gastroenterology, in French, STGE. sdmi.org.tn, Société Tunisienne de Médecine Interne, Tunisian Society of Internal Medicine, in French, STMI. SAEM.org, Society for Academic Emergency Medicine, SAEM. SIDNet.org, Society for Investigative Dermatology. PedsDerm.net, Society for Pediatric Dermatology, SPD. ssbd.org.uk, Society for Stimulus Properties of Drugs, studying the drugs used to treat mental illnesses and the substances which produce drug dependence, addiction, SSPD. sccm.org, Society of Critical Care Medicine, SCCM. sgim.org, Society of General Internal Medicine, SGIM. sgo.org, Society of Gynecologic Oncologists, SGO. sidp.org, Society of Infectious Diseases Pharmacists, SIDP. sts.org, Society of Thoracic Surgeons. toxpath.org, Society of Toxicologic Pathologists, STP. shas.org.sg, Speech Language and Hearing Association, Singapore, in English, SHAS. speechpathologyaustralia.org.au, Speech Pathology Association of Australia, Speech Pathology Australia. solace.org, Substance Abuse Librarians and Information Specialists, Solace. Musiikkiteraapia.net, Suomen musiikkiterapiaideastes, Finnish Society for Music Therapy, in Finnish, SMTY. topherd.org, Texas Association of Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Dance, Topherd. transplantation-soc.org, Transplantation Society, Société de Transplantation, in English, TS. tgd.org.tr, Turk Gastroenterology Dern and No. 287, I, Turkish Gastroenterological Society, in Turkish, TGD. tkbbv.org.tr, Turk Kolak Burunbo and No. 287, AZVEBA and No. 351, Boyun Saray Vakfi, Turkish Ear, Nose, Throat and Neck Surgery Foundation, in Turkish, TKBBV. tpd.org.tr, Turk Patology Dern and No. 287, I, Turkish Society of Pathology, in Turkish, TPD. turkpediatry.org.tr, Turk Pediatry Kurumu, Turkish Pediatric Institution, in Turkish, TPK. tsrs.org.tr, Turk Yukuera and No. 351, T and No. 305, Ramalar and No. 305, Dern and No. 287, I, Turkish Sleep Research Society, in Turkish, TUAD, TSRs. Travma.org.tr, Uluzul Travma ve Asal Saray Dern and No. 287, I, Turkish Association of Trauma and Emergency Surgery, in Turkish and English, UTACD, Tates. UMS.org, Undersea and Hyperbaric Medical Society, UHMS. USCAP.org, United States and Canadian Academy of Pathology, USCAP. USI.org, Urological Society of India, in English, USI. VetCancerSociety.org, Veterinary Cancer Society, VCS. VECCS.org, Veterinary Emergency and Critical Care Society, VEX. WFSRS.org, World Federation of Sleep Research Societies, WFSRS. HKGHP.org. Xiangsgang Qiamia Aishi Juzin Lizi, Liao Ashigoeng Hui, Hong Kong Guild of Hypnotherapist and Psychotherapist, in Chinese and English. Medical Physics and Technology Associations, Organizations and Societies. Advamed.org, Advanced Medical Technology Association, ADVAMED. AAPM.org, American Association of Physicists in Medicine. ACR.org, American College of Radiology. IUM.org, American Institute of Ultrasound in Medicine, AIUM. ARRS.org, American Röntgen Ray Society, ARRS. ASAO.com, American Society for Artificial Internal Organs, ASAO. ASNweb.org, American Society of Neuroimaging. ASNR.org, American Society of Neuroradiology, ASNR. ABFM.org.br, Associação Brasileira de Física Médica, Brazilian Association for Medical Physics, in Portuguese, ABFM. AIRS.org, Association of Educators in Radiological Sciences, AERS. AME.org.uk, Association of Institutions Concerned with Medical Engineering, based in the UK. ACPSEM.org.au, Australasian College of Physical Scientists and Engineers in Medicine, ACPSEM. Biomaterials.org.au, Australian Society for Biomaterials. BIR.org.uk, British Institute of Radiology, BIR. BSBR.org, British Society for Proteome Research. Biomaterials.ca, Canadian Biomaterials Society, Société Canadienne des Biomatériaux, in English. CCPM.ca, Canadian College of Physicists in Medicine, Collège Canadien des Physiciens en Médecine, in English, CCPM. CRS.cz, Česk Radiologic Společnost, Czech Radiological Society in Czech and English, CRS. DRS.dk, Dansk Radiologisk Selskab, Danish Society of Radiology, in Danish, DRS. DGMP.de, Deutsche Gesellschaft für medizinische Physik, German Society for Medical Physics, in German, with some English, DGMP. EFIE.gr. Enos Physikan Iatrix Elidus, Hellenic Association of Medical Physicists, in Greek, EFIE, HAMP. FOMP.org, European Federation of Organizations for Medical Physics, in English, FOMP. ESB-NEWS.org, European Society for Biomaterials, in English, ESB. SAM.org, European Society for Engineering and Medicine, ESEM. ESNR.org, European Society of Neuroradiology, in English, ESNR. FMRI.org.mx, Federación Mexicana de Radiología y Imagen, Mexican Federation of Radiology and Imaging, in Spanish, FMRI. HPS.org, Health Physics Society, concerned with radiation protection, HPS. IPEM.org.uk, Institute of Physics and Engineering in Medicine, IPEM. IOMP.org, International Organization for Medical Physics, IOMP. ISAO-SOCIETY.org, International Society for Artificial Organs, ISAO. ISGE.org, International Society for Gynecologic Endoscopy, ISGE. ISMRM.org, International Society for Magnetic Resonance in Medicine, ISMREM. ISBD.org, International Society for Peritoneal Dialysis, in English and French. Top-level page also in Italian and in Spanish, ISPD. NVKF.nl, Nederlandse Vereniging voor Klinische Fysica, Dutch Society for Medical Physics, in Dutch, with some English, NVKF. JSS.org. Neon CH and number 333, Onpakensa Gakkai, Japanese Society of Sonographers, in Japanese. RSNA.org, Radiological Society of North America, RSNA. RANCR.edu.au, Royal Australian and New Zealand College of Radiologists, RANSCR. RCRAD.org.uk, Royal College of Radiologists, RCR. SGSMP.ch, Schweizerische Gesellschaft für Strahlenbiologie und medizinische Physik, SGSMP, Société Suisse de Radiobiologie et de Physique Médicale, SSRPM, Société Suisse de Radiobiologie et de Physica Medica, SSRFM, Swiss Society of Radiobiology and Medical Physics, in German, Italian, and English, SGSMP, SSRPM, SSRFM. SAR.org.ar, Sociedad Argentina de Radiología, Argentine Society of Radiology, in Spanish, SAR. SIREM.org, Société Italiana di Radiologia Medica, Italian Society of Radiology, in Italian and English, SIRM. Biomaterials.org, Society for Biomaterials, SB. SBAOI.org, Society for Biomaterials and Artificial Organs, India, in English, SBAE. SDMS.org, Society of Diagnostic Medical Sonographers, SDMS. SIRWeb.org, Society of Interventional Radiology, SIR. SNM.org, Society of Nuclear Medicine, SNM. MTF.nu, Svensk Förening för Medicinsk Teknik och Fysik, Swedish Society for Medical Engineering and Medical Physics, in Swedish and English. UKSB.org.uk, UK Society for Biomaterials, UKSB. Neurosciences and Psychiatry Associations, Organizations, and Societies. cnbc.cmu.edu/other/homepages.html number societies, cognitive neuroscience societies, maintained by the Center for the Neural Basis of Cognition at Carnegie Mellon University. neuroguide.com/neuroproforg.html, neuroscience professional organizations and meetings. abneuro.org, Academia Brasileira de Neurologia, Brazilian Academy of Neurology, in Portuguese, ABN, BAN. Neurologia.com.mx, Academia Mexicana de Neurologia, Mexican Academy of Neurology, in Spanish, AMN. APM.org, Academy of Psychosomatic Medicine, APM. AACAP.org, American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, AASAP. AAN.com, American Academy of Neurology, AAN. AANS.org, American Association of Neurological Surgeons, AANS. ACNP.org, American College of Neuropsychopharmacology, the field of neuropsychopharmacology, which involves the evaluation of the effects of natural and synthetic compounds upon the brain, mind, and human behavior, ACNP. AESnet.org, American Epilepsy Society. ANUROA.org, American Neurological Association. Neuromodulation.org, American Neuromodulation Society. Psych.org, American Psychiatric Association. ASNTR.org, American Society for Neural Transplantation and Repair, ASNTR. ASCPP.org, American Society of Clinical Psychopharmacology. ASEAN-NEUROLOGY.org, ASEAN Neurological Association, ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nations. ASNA. ANC.org.ar, Asociación Argentina de Neurocirugía, Argentine Association of Neurosurgery, in Spanish, AANC. neuronet-acn.com, Asociación Colombiana de Neurocirugía, Colombian Association of Neurosurgery, in Spanish, ACN. APALweb.org, Asociación Psiquiátrica de América Latina, Psychiatric Association of Latin America, in Spanish, APAL. abpbrasil.org.br, Associação Brasileira de Psiquiatria, Brazilian Association of Psychiatry, in Portuguese, ABP. ASSC.caltech.edu, Association for the Scientific Study of Consciousness, ASSC. theabn.org, Association of British Neurologists, ABN. AUPN.org, Association of University Professors of Neurology, AUPN. AustralianNeurologists.com, Australian Association of Neurologists. ANS.org.au, Australian Neuroscience Society. BehavioralToxicology.org, Behavioral Toxicology Society, concerns scientific research into the effects of toxic agents on behavior and the nervous system, BTS. BAP.org.uk, British Association for Psychopharmacology, BAP. BNA.org.uk, British Neuroscience Association, BNA. CAN-ACN.org, Canadian Association for Neuroscience, Association Canadienne des Neurosciences, in English and French, CAN, ACN. CPA-APC.org, Canadian Psychiatric Association, Association des Psychiatres du Canada, in English, CPA, APC. CogNeurosociety.org, Cognitive Neuroscience Society. CINP.org, Collegium Internationale Neuropsychopharmacologicum, International College of Neuropsychopharmacology, in English, CINP. CNPS.cz, Česk Neuropsychopharmakologic Společnost, Czech Neuropsychopharmacological Society, in Czech and English, CNPS. DSFN.dk, Dansk Selskab for Neurovidenskab, Danish Society for Neuroscience, in Danish and English, DSFN. DGNC.de, Deutsche Gesellschaft für Neurochirurgie, German Society for Neurosurgery, in German, DGNC. DGN.org, Deutsche Gesellschaft für Neurologie, German Society for Neurology, in German, DGN. ESNPN.org. Egyptian Society of Neurology, Psychiatry, and Neurosurgery, in Arabic and English, ESNPN. EACLPP.org, European Association for Consultation Liaison Psychiatry and Psychosomatics, ECLP. EANS.org, European Association of Neurosurgical Societies, in English, EANS. EBBS-SCIENCE.org, European Brain and Behavior Society, in English, EBS. FENS.org, Federation of European Neuroscience Societies, in English, FENS. IGBP.org, Interdisciplinary Society of Biological Psychiatry, in English. IBRO.org, International Brain Research Organization, Organisation Internationale de Recherche sur le Cerveau, IBRO, OIRC. ISNR.org, International Society for Neuronal Regulation, ISNR. ISSBD.com, International Society for the Study of Personality Disorders, in English, French and Spanish, ISPT. Neuro.or.kr. Korean Neurological Association, in Korean, KNA. KSBNS.org. Korean Society for Brain and Neuroscience, in Korean and English, KSBNS. MovementDisorders.org, Movement Disorder Society, MDS. NVVN.org, Nederlandse Vereniging van Neurochirurgen, Dutch Association of Neurosurgeons, in Dutch, NVVN. NVNeuropsy.nl, Nederlandse Vereniging voor Neuropsychology, Netherlands Society for Neuropsychology, in Dutch, NVN. Neurosocietyindia.com, Neurological Society of India, in English, NSI. Neuro.or.th. Neurosurgical Association of Thailand, in English, NAT. neurology-jp.org. Nihon Shinkei Gakai, Japanese Society of Neurology, Societas Neurologica Japonica, in Japanese and English, JSN, SNJ. Neveropsyk.org, Norsk Nevropsykologisk Forening, Norwegian Neuropsychological Association, in Norwegian and English, NNF. OEGN.at, Österreichische Gesellschaft für Neurologie, Austrian Society for Neurology, in German, OGN, OEGN. PACNeurosurgery.org, Pakistan Society of Neurosurgeons, in English, PSN. PNA.org.ph, Philippine Neurological Association, in English, PNA. PPA.org.ph, Philippine Psychiatric Association, in English. ThaiPsychiatrist.com. Psychiatric Association of Thailand, in Thai, PAT. rcpsych.ac.uk, Royal College of Psychiatrists. rcpsycht.org. Royal College of Psychiatrists of Thailand, in Thai, RCPT. Neuropsychology.dk, Selskabet Dansk Neuropsykologer, Danish Neuropsychological Society, in Danish and English, SDN. SOAN.com, Sociedad Andaluza de Neurocirugía, Andalusian Society of Neurosurgery, in Spanish, SAN. Hipnosisclinica.org, Sociedad de Hipnoterapia Clínica, Clinical Hypnotherapy Society, in Spanish. A professional body covering Spanish-speaking areas of the world, SHC. Neurocirugía.cl, Sociedad de Neurocirugía de Chile, Neurosurgical Society of Chile, in Spanish, SNC. Sonpisen.cl, Sociedad de Neurologia, Psiquiatria y Neurocirugía de Chile, Society of Neurology, Psychiatry and Neurosurgery of Chile, in Spanish, SONEPSIN. Sensi.es, Sociedad Española de Neurociencia, Spanish Society of Neuroscience, in Spanish and English, SENC. SEN.es, Sociedad Española de Neurologia, Spanish Society of Neurology, in Spanish, SEN. SBNN.org.pa, Sociedad Panameña de Neurocirugía y Neurologia, Panamanian Society for Neurosurgery and Neurology, in Spanish, SPNN. SciPanama.org, Sociedad Panameña de Psiquiatría, Panamanian Society of Psychiatry, in Spanish. NeurociruguiaParaguay.com, Sociedad Paraguaya de Neurocirugía, Paraguayan Society of Neurosurgery, in Spanish, SPNC. svnc.com.ve, Sociedad Venezolana de Neurocirugía, Venezuelan Society of Neurosurgery, in Spanish, SVNC. sbn.com.br, Sociedade Brasileira de Neurocirurgia, Brazilian Society of Neurosurgery, in Portuguese. sbneurologia.org, Sociedade Portuguesa de Neurologia, Portuguese Neurological Society, in Portuguese, SPN. Neuro.it, Societe Italiana di Neurologia, Italian Society of Neurology, in Italian, SIN. siren.dsi.unimi.it/main.php. snn.ro, Societate Națională de Neurosciență, National Neurosciences Society of Romania, in Romanian and English, SNN. rsn.ro, Societate Romana de Neurochirurgie, Romanian Society of Neurosurgery, in English, SRN, RSN. Neurosciences.aso.fr, Société des Neurosciences, Society for Neurosciences, in French, SN. Neurologie.ma, Société Marocaine de Neurologie, Moroccan Society of Neurology, in French, SMN. sfn.org, Society for Neuroscience, SFN. sobp.org, Society of Biological Psychiatry. societyns.org, Society of Neurological Surgeons, SNS. turkneurodern.org.tr, Turk Neurology Dern and number 287, I, Turkish Neurological Society, in Turkish, TND. wfmh.org, World Federation for Mental Health, Federation Mondiale pour la Santé Mentale, in English, WFMH, FMSM. wfneurology.org, World Federation of Neurology, WFN. wfns.org, World Federation of Neurosurgical Societies, in English, WFNS. wpanet.org, World Psychiatric Association, WPA. Optometry and Ophthalmology Associations, Organizations and Societies. icoph.org/oph/ifosweb.html, websites of organizations in the International Federation of Ophthalmological Societies, at the International Council of Ophthalmology, ICO, site. aios.org, All India Ophthalmological Society, in English, AIOS. aao.org, American Academy of Ophthalmology, AAO. aaopt.org, American Academy of Optometry. acvo.com, American College of Veterinary Ophthalmologists, ACVO. ascrs.org, American Society of Cataract and Refractive Surgery, ASCRS. vitreoussociety.org, American Society of Retina Specialists, ASRS. asvo.org, American Society of Veterinary Ophthalmology. arvo.org, Association for Research in Vision and Ophthalmology, ARVO. spectacle.berkeley.edu/library/avsl.htm, Association of Vision Science Librarians, AVSL. bog-sbo.org, Belgisch Ophthalmologisch Gezelschap, Société Belgique d'Ophtalmologie, Belgian Society of Ophthalmology, in Dutch and French, with some English, BOG, SBO. Optometrists.bc.ca, British Columbia Association of Optometrists, Association des Optometristes de la Colombie-Britannique, BCAO, AOCB. bcla.org.uk, British Contact Lens Association, BCLA. Opto.ca, Canadian Association of Optometrists, Association Canadienne des Optometrists in English and French. Eyesight.ca, Canadian Ophthalmological Society, Société Canadienne d'Ophtalmologie, in English and French, COS, SCO. Oftalmologos.org.ar, Conselho Argentino de Oftalmologia, Argentina Council of Ophthalmology, in Spanish, CAO. cbo.com.br, Conselho Brasileiro de Oftalmologia, Brazilian Council of Ophthalmology, in Portuguese, CBO. dog.org, Deutsche Ophthalmologische Gesellschaft, German Ophthalmological Society in German and English, DOG. Ever.be, European Association for Vision and Eye Research, in English, EVER. ESCRS.org, European Society of Cataract and Refractive Surgeons, ESCRS. ICOPH.org, International Council of Ophthalmology. The International Council of Ophthalmology, ICO, is the governing body for the International Federation of Ophthalmological Societies, IFOS, ICO. ISER.org, International Society for Eye Research, ISER. ISCLR.org, International Society of Contact Lens Research, Societas Internationalis Lenti Conformati Indagandi, in English, ISCLR. ISRS.org, International Society of Refractive Surgeons, ISRS. oogheelkunde.org, Netherlands Oogheelkundige Gezelschap, Netherlands Ophthalmological Society, in Dutch, NOG. Opsweb.org, Ophthalmic Photographers Society, OPS. EYEgypt.com. Ophthalmological Society of Egypt, in English, OS. Optometrists.asn.au, Optometrists Association Australia, OAA. Augen.at, Österreichische Ophthalmologische Gesellschaft, Austrian Ophthalmological Society, in German, OOG. Perdami.or.id, Perhimpunan Dokter Spesialis Mata Indonesia, Indonesian Ophthalmologists Association in Indonesian and English, Perdami. PAO.org.ph, Philippine Academy of Ophthalmology, in English, PAO. RANSCO.edu, Royal Australian and New Zealand College of Ophthalmologists, RANSCO. rcopheath.ac.uk, Royal College of Ophthalmologists, RCO. sos.org.sa. Saudi Ophthalmological Society, in Arabic, SOS. Sachiov.cl, Sociedad Chilena de Oftalmología, Chilean Society of Ophthalmology, in Spanish, Sachiov. smo.org.mx, Sociedad Mexicana de Oftalmología, Mexican Society of Ophthalmology, in Spanish, SMO. swaweb.com, Societe Oftalmologica Italiana, Italian Ophthalmological Society, in Italian. sfo.asso.fr, Société Française d'Ophtalmologie, French Society of Ophthalmology, in French, SFO. stoph.org.tn, Société Tunisienne d'Ophtalmologie, Tunisian Society of Ophthalmology, in French, STO. Silemalakari.ehdstis.fi, Suiman Silm and Aumel, L and Aumel, K and Aumel, Ridiestes, Finland's Agonel and Aumel, Karforening, Finnish Ophthalmological Society, in Finnish, SSLY. Svenska Optiksällskapet.com, Svenska Optikes and Aumel, Sällskapet, Swedish Optical Society in English and Swedish. tod-net.org, Turk Ophthalmology Dern and number 287, I, Turkish Ophthalmological Society, in Turkish. icoph.org/oph/ifosweb.html, websites of organizations in the International Federation of Ophthalmological Societies, at the International Council of Ophthalmology, ICO, site. Parasitology, Tropical Medicine, and International Health Associations, Organizations and Societies. AAVP.org, American Association of Veterinary Parasitologists, AAVP. ASP.UNL.edu, American Society of Parasitologists. ASTMH.org, American Society of Tropical Medicine and Hygiene. The interests of the society lie in tropical medicine, including the varied parasitic and viral diseases of the tropics, as well as other infectious diseases, such as enteric and mycobacterial infections, astmite. Tromed.org, Australasian College of Tropical Medicine, ACTM. Parasite.org.au, Australian Society for Parasitology. Parasitologyindia.org. Bara and number 774, Tayaya and number 774. Paraja Ivivijn and number 771, Yenson, Indian Society for Parasitology, in English. Parasitology.org.uk, British Society for Parasitology, BSP. CSIH.org, Canadian Society for International Health, Société Canadienne de Santé Internationale, CSIH, SCUSI. Parasitology.cz, Česk Parasitologic Společnost, Czech Society for Parasitology in Czech and English, CPS. dgparasitology.de, Deutsche Gesellschaft für Parasitologie, German Society for Parasitology in German and English, DGP. FestMIH.net, Federation of European Societies for Tropical Medicine and International Health, in English, FESTMA. IFTM.org, International Federation of Tropical Medicine, IFTM. Parasitol.or.kr, Korean Society for Parasitology in Korean and English, KSP. NVTG.org, Nederlandse Vereniging voor Tropische Geneeskunde en Internationale Gezondheidszorg, Netherlands Society of Tropical Medicine and International Health, in Dutch, NVTG. ONTAWeb.org, Organization of Nematologists of Tropical America, Organización de Nematólogos de los Trópicos Americanos, in English and Spanish. Parsa.ac.za, Parasitological Society of Southern Africa, in English, Parsa. RSTMH.org, Royal Society of Tropical Medicine and Hygiene, in English, French and Spanish, RSTMH. SBMT.org.br, Sociedade Brasileira de Medicina Tropical, Brazilian Society for Tropical Medicine, in Portuguese, SBMT. SSTMP.ch, Société Suisse de Médecine Tropicale et Parasitologie, Schweizerische Gesellschaft für Tropenmedizin und Parasitologie, Société Svizzera de Medicina Tropicale et Parasitologia, Swiss Society of Tropical Medicine and Parasitology, in German, French and English, SSMTP, SGTP, SSTMP. WFPnet.org, World Federation of Parasitologists, WFP. Pharmacology Associations, Organizations and Societies. farmweb.net/pw mirror/pw9/farmweb9.html, Pharmacy Societies. Academicpharm.org, Académie Nationale de Pharmacie, National Academy of Pharmacy, in French, ANP. AAVPT.org, American Academy of Veterinary Pharmacology and Therapeutics, AAVPT. AACP.org, American Association of Colleges of Pharmacy, AACP. AAPSPharmaceutica.com, American Association of Pharmaceutical Scientists, AAPS. ACCP1.org, American College of Clinical Pharmacology. ACVCP.org, American College of Veterinary Clinical Pharmacology, ACVP. AFANET.org, American Pharmaceutical Association, AFA. ASCP.com, American Society of Consultant Pharmacists. Swayfarm.se, Apotekarsocieteten, Swedish Academy of Pharmaceutical Sciences in Swedish and English. AGAH-web.de, Arbeitsgemeinschaft für angewandte Human Pharmacology, Association for Applied Human Pharmacology, in English, AGAH. AVCPT.org, Association for Veterinary Clinical Pharmacology and Therapeutics, UFPT. APB.be, Association Pharmaceutique Belgique, Algemene Farmaceutische Bond, Belgian Pharmacists Association, in French and Dutch, APB. ASCEPT.org, Australasian Society of Clinical and Experimental Pharmacologists and Toxicologists, ASCEPT. BPS.ac.uk, British Pharmacological Society. ABDA.de, Bundesvereinigung Deutscher Apothekerverband Aumel, NDE, National Union of German Pharmacists Associations, in German, ABDA. CDNpharm.ca, Canadian Pharmacists Association, Association des Pharmaciens du Canada, in English, FA, AFC. DGPT-online.de, Deutsche Gesellschaft für Experimentelle und Klinische Pharmakologie und Toxikologie, German Society for Experimental and Clinical Pharmacology and Toxicology, in German, DGPT. DIAME.org, Drug Information Association, DIA. EBPS.org, European Behavioral Pharmacology Society, in English, EBPS. EGAgenerics.com, European Generic Medicines Association, EGA. Federpharma.it, Federpharma, in Italian. The Italian National Association for Pharmacists. HDMB.hr, Hrvatsko Dru and No. 353, Tivo Medicinske Biochemie era, Croatian Society of Medical Biochemists in Serbo-Croatian and English. HFD-FG.hr, Hrvatsko Farmaceutsko Dru and No. 353, Tivo, Croatian Pharmaceutical Society in Serbo-Croatian and English. IACPRX.org, International Academy of Compounding Pharmacists, IACP. IFPMA.org, International Federation of Pharmaceutical Manufacturers Associations, Fédération Internationale de l'Industrie du Médicament, Fédération Internationale de l'Industrie del Medicamento, in English, IFMA, FIIM, FIIM. FIP.NL, International Pharmaceutical Federation, Fédération Internationale Pharmaceutique, FIP. PharmacoAP.org, International Society for Pharmacoepidemiology. ISRTP.org, International Society of Regulatory Toxicology and Pharmacology, is RIPE. IUPHAR.org, International Union of Pharmacology, IUPHAR. JPA.org.jo. Jordan Pharmaceutical Association, in Arabic, JPA. Cava.be, Koninklijke Apothekersvereniging van Antwerpen, Royal Pharmacists Society of Antwerp, in Dutch, Cava. KPA.org. Kuwait Pharmaceutical Association, in English, KPA. NVPharmaco.nl, Nederlandse Vereniging voor Farmacologie, Dutch Pharmacological Society in Dutch and English, NVF. Apotek.no, Norges Apothekervereniging, Norwegian Association of Pharmacists, in Norwegian, NAF. AFAR.at, Österreichische Pharmakologische Gesellschaft, Austrian Pharmacological Society, in German, AFAR. Ordem Farmaceuticos.pt, Ordem dos Farmac and Circ, Uticos, of, Portuguese Pharmaceutical Society in Portuguese and English, of. Pharmacist.pk, Pakistan Pharmacists Society, in English. cpa.org.cy. Pankuprios Pharmakeutikos Salagos, Cyprus Pharmaceutical Association, in Greek. Pharmaceuticalsociety.ie, Pharmaceutical Society of Ireland, Sci. psk.or.kr. Pharmaceutical Society of Korea, in Korean. pss.org.sg, Pharmaceutical Society of Singapore, in English, PSS. RAF.ES, Real Academia de Farmacia, Real Academia Nacional de Farmacia, Royal Academy of Pharmacy, in Spanish, RAF. rpsgb.org.uk, Royal Pharmaceutical Society of Great Britain, RPSGB. SPS-SA.org. Saudi Pharmaceutical Society, in Arabic and English, SBS. SOCPharmBordeaux.asso.fr, Société de Pharmacie de Bordeaux, Society of Pharmacy of Bordeaux, in French, SPB. PHARMACOL-FR.org, Société Française de Pharmacologie, French Society of Pharmacology, in French. SOCMR.org, Society for Medicines Research, SMR. Apteekkariliitto.fi, Suomen Apteekkariliitto, Association of Finnish Pharmacists, in Finnish, SAL. Pharmacy EVT Förbundet.se, Sveriges Farmacevförbund, Swedish Pharmaceutical Association, in Swedish, SFF. TEB.org.tr, Turk Ezak and number 305, LAR and number 305. Burley and number 287, I, Turkish Pharmacists Association, in Turkish, TEB. TFD.org.tr, Turk Pharmakology Dern and number 287, I, Turkish Pharmacological Society, in Turkish and English, TFD. Apothecaries.org.uk, Worshipful Society of Apothecaries of London. cpha.org.cn. Zhenqiye, O. Suohui. Chinese Pharmaceutical Association, in Chinese and English, CPA. cnfars.org. Zhenqiye, Oli Suohui. Chinese Pharmacological Society, in Chinese and English, NFARS. Public Health Associations, Organizations and Societies. AFA.org, American Public Health Association. APIC.org, Association for Professionals in Infection Control and Epidemiology, APIC. BritishInfectionSociety.org, British Infection Society. CIPHI.ca, Canadian Institute of Public Health Inspectors, in English, CIFI. CPHA.ca, Canadian Public Health Association, Association Canadienne de Santé Publique, in English and French, CPHA, ACSP. EUFA.org, European Public Health Association, in English, EUFA. IACTOnline.org, International Association for Chemical Testing, the field of chemical tests for alcohol and other drugs in relation to traffic safety, IACT. NPHF.nl, Nederlandse Public Health Federatie, Netherlands Public Health Federation, in Dutch and English, NPHF. NFSH.no, Norsk Forening for Samfunnshuls, Norwegian Society of Public Health, in Norwegian and English, NFSH. peacemid.org.ph, Philippine Society for Microbiology and Infectious Diseases, in English. pha.org.nz, Public Health Association of New Zealand, PHA-NZ. ruph.org.uk, Royal Institute of Public Health and Hygiene and Society of Public Health, RIFH. rsbh.org, Royal Society for the Promotion of Health, also known as Royal Society of Health, RSH. sginf.ch, Schweizerische Gesellschaft für Infektiologie, Société Suisse d'Infectiologie, Société Suisse de Maladies Infectives, Swiss Society for Infectious Diseases, in German, French and English. SOCINF.cl, Sociedad Chilena Infectologia, Chilean Society of Infectious Diseases, in Spanish. SESPAS.es, Sociedad Española de Salud P and U Acute, Blica y Administración Sanitaria, Spanish Society of Public Health and Sanitary Administration, in Spanish, CESPAS. smsb.org.mx, Sociedad Mexicana de Salud P and U Acute, Blica, Mexican Society of Public Health, in Spanish, SMSP. svinfectologia.org, Sociedad Venezolana de Infectología, Venezuelan Society of Infectious Diseases, in Spanish. Cittadinazionale.it, Societe Italiana di Igiene, Medicina Preventiva e Sanite Pubblica, Italian Society for Hygiene, Preventive Medicine and Public Health, in Italian and English, City. sfsp-publichealth.org, Société Française de Santé Publique, French Society of Public Health, in French, SFSP. sssb.ch, Société Suisse de Santé Publique, Schweizerische Gesellschaft für PR und Umweltvention und Gesundheitswesen Swiss Society for Public Health, in French and German, SSSP, SGPG. SOFI.org, Society for Public Health Education, SOFI. socsocimed.org.uk, Society for Social Medicine, covers a range of subjects including epidemiology, the medical and health needs of society, the provision and organization of health services and the prevention of disease. An emphasis on the United Kingdom and Ireland. TIFA.org, Tanzania Public Health Association, in English, TPHA. ukpha.org.uk, UK Public Health Association, UKFA. WFA.org, World Federation of Public Health Associations, UFA. Reproduction, Obstetrics and Gynecology Associations, Organizations and Societies. ACOG.org, American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, ACOG. ASRM.com, American Society for Reproductive Medicine, ASRM. AndrologySociety.com, American Society of Andrology. BirthPsychology.com, Association for Pre- and Perinatal Psychology and Health, Association for Prenatal and Perinatal Psychology and Health, Association of Prenatal and Perinatal Psychology and Health, APPA. APGO.org, Association of Professors of Gynecology and Obstetrics, APGO. ARHP.org, Association of Reproductive Health Professionals, ARHP. BritishAndrology.org.uk, British Andrology Society. BritishFertilitySociety.org.uk, British Fertility Society. CFAS.ca, Canadian Fertility and Andrology Society, Société Canadienne de Fertilité et d'Andrologie, in English, CFAS, SCFA. CGPS.cz, Česk Gynekologica Porodních Společnost Czech Gynecological and Obstetrical Society, in Czech and English, CGPS. CNGov.asso.fr, Collège National des Gynécologues et Obstetriciens Français, National College of French Gynecologists and Obstetricians, in French, NGOF. DSOG.dk, Dansk Selskab for Obstetric og Gyn and Elig, Ecology, Danish Society for Obstetrics and Gynecology, in Danish, DSOG. DGGG.de, Deutsche Gesellschaft für Gyn and Umweltecologie und Geburtshilfe, German Society for Gynecology and Obstetrics, in German, DGGG. ESHRE.com, European Society of Human Reproduction and Embryology, in English, ESHRE. FOSGO.org.ar, Federación Argentina de Sociedades de Ginecologia y Obstetricia, Argentine Federation of Societies of Gynecology and Obstetrics, in Spanish, FASGO. IFFS-REPRODUCTION.org, International Federation of Fertility Societies, Fédération Internationale des Sociétés de Fertilité, Fédération Internacional de las Sociedades de Fertilidad, in IFFS, FISF, FISF. FIGO.org, International Federation of Gynecology and Obstetrics, in English, FIGO. Andrology.org, International Society of Andrology. JSOG.or.jp. Nippon Sanka Fujinka Gakkai, Japan Society of Obstetrics and Gynecology, in Japanese, JSOG. OEGGG.at, Österreichische Gesellschaft für Gyn und Umweltecologie und Geburtshilfe, Austrian Society for Gynecology and Obstetrics, in German, ERG. Pogs.org.ph, Philippine Obstetrical and Gynecological Society, in English, POGS. ranscog.edu.au, Royal Australian and New Zealand College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, RANZCOG. rcog.org.uk, Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, RCOG. rdcog.or.th, Royal Thai College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, in Thai and English, RTCOG. sggg.ch, Schweizerische Gesellschaft für Gyn und Allmel, Kologie und Geburtshilfe, SGGG, Société Suisse de Gynecologie et Obstétrique, SSGO, Swiss Society for Gynecology and Obstetrics, in German and French, SGGG, SSGO. SOCHOG.cl, Sociedad Chilnata Obstetricia y Ginecologia, Chilean Society of Obstetrics and Gynecology, in Spanish, SOCOG. scog.org.co, Sociedad Colombiana de Obstetricia y Ginecologia, Colombian Society of Obstetrics and Gynecology, in Spanish, SCOG. s-m-r.org, Société de Médecine de la Reproduction, Society for the Medicine of Reproduction, in French. srf-reproduction.org, Society for Reproduction and Fertility, SRF. Therio.org, Society for Theriogenology, dedicated to furthering advances in the science and practice of animal reproduction, SFT. ssr.org, Society for the Study of Reproduction, SSR. Gynekologiehdstis.fi, Suomen Gynekologidiestis, Finnish Gynecological Association, in Finnish. Surgery associations, organizations, and societies. amc.org.mx, Academia Mexicana de Cirugía, Mexican Academy of Surgery, in Spanish. bem.univ-paris5.fr/academic-chirurgie, Académie Nationale de Chirurgie, National Academy of Surgery, in French. facs.org, American College of Surgeons. acvs.org, American College of Veterinary Surgeons, ACVS. surgery.org, American Society for Aesthetic Plastic Surgery, ASAPS. aac.org.ar, Asociación Argentina de Cirugía, Argentine Association of Surgery, in Spanish, AAC. aamrcg.org.ar, Asociación Argentina de Médicos Residentes de Cirugía General, Argentine Association of Medical Residents of General Surgery, in Spanish and English, AMERC. surgeonsofindia.com, Association of Surgeons of India, in English. kirurgisk-selskab.dk, Dansk Kirurgisk Selskab, Danish Surgical Society, in Danish, DKS. europs.com, European Association of Plastic Surgeons, Association Européenne des Chirurgiens Plasticiens, in English, Europs, AECP. Hunteriansociety.org.uk, Hunterian Society. The Hunterian Society, one of the oldest in England, was founded in 1819 and so named to honour the life and work of John Hunter, the father of scientific surgery, whose lifetime of teaching and innovative experimentation it was dedicated to celebrate. Also known as the Hunterian Society in London. icsglobal.org, International College of Surgeons. irouse.org. Iranian Association of Surgeons, in Persian and English, IRAOS. chirurgie-ges.at, Österreichische Gesellschaft für Chirurgie, Austrian Society for Surgery, in German, OGC. pcs.org.ph, Philippine College of Surgeons, in English. psgs.org.ph, Philippine Society of General Surgeons, in English, PSGS. racs.edu.au, Royal Australasian College of Surgeons, RACS. rcsi.ie, Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland, RCSI. rcsed.ac.uk, Royal College of Surgeons of Edinburgh, RCSE. rcseng.ac.uk, Royal College of Surgeons of England. CirujanoSDE Sociedad de Cirujanos de Chile, Society of Surgeons of Chile, in Spanish. Neurociruguiaparaguay.com, Sociedad Paraguaya de Neurocirugía, Paraguayan Society of Neurosurgery, in Spanish. svnc.com.ve, Sociedad Venezolana de Neurocirugía, Venezuelan Society of Neurosurgery, in Spanish. Société Marocaine de Chirurgie, Moroccan Society of Surgery, the SMC has abandoned its domain name. somature.org, and has not acquired a new one as of September 20, 2004. susweb.org, Society of University Surgeons, SUS. surgicalresearchsociety.org.uk, Surgical Research Society. tpcd.org.tr, Turk Plastic Reconstructif ve Estetik Cerrahi and No. 287, I, Turkish Society of Plastic Reconstructive and Aesthetic Surgery in Turkish and English, TPREGT. wacs-coac.org, West African College of Surgeons, College West Africain des Chirurgiens, in English, WACS, COAC. Toxicology Associations, Organizations, and Societies. netci.org/resources/web/society_toxicology.html, netsize list of professional societies for toxicology. clintox.org, American Academy of Clinical Toxicology, AACT. abvt.org, American Board of Veterinary Toxicology, ABVT. actox.org, American College of Toxicology, ACT. adaonline.org.ar, Asociación Toxicológica Argentina, Argentine Toxicological Association, in Spanish. rt.aso.fr, Association pour la recherche en toxicologie, Association for Research in Toxicology, in French, ARET. behavioraltoxicology.org, Behavioral Toxicology Society, concerns scientific research into the effects of toxic agents on behavior. thebts.org, British Society of Toxicology. estsoc.tox.ee, Eesti Toxicologia Selts, Estonian Society of Toxicology, in Estonian, with some English, ETS. Eurotox.com, Eurotox, Association of European Toxicologists and European Societies of Toxicology, in English, Eurotox. TIAFT.org, International Association of Forensic Toxicologists, in English, TIAFT. IUTox.org, International Union of Toxicology, in English, IUTOX. ToxicologyIreland.com, Irish Society of Toxicology, IST, IST. Toxicologie.nl, Nederlandse Vereniging voor Toxicology, Netherlands Society of Toxicology, in Dutch, NVT. sftia.org, Société Française de Toxicologie Analytique, French Society of Analytical Toxicology, in French, SFTA. soft-tox.org, Society of Forensic Toxicologists, SOFT. Toxicology.org, Society of Toxicology, SOT. turktox.org.tr, Turk Toxicology Dern and No. 287, I, Turkish Society of Toxicology in Turkish and English, TTD. Veterinary Medicine Associations, Organizations and Societies. netvet.ustl.edu/org.htm, Veterinary Societies. avm.org.mx, Academia Veterinaria Mexicana, Mexican Veterinarian Academy, in Spanish, AVM. Académie Vétérinaire.free.fr, Académie Vétérinaire de France, Veterinary Academy of France, in French, AVF. AAVP.org, American Association of Veterinary Parasitologists. ABVP.com, American Board of Veterinary Practitioners, ABVP. AVMA.org, American Veterinary Medical Association, AVMA. AVMlaw.org, American Veterinary Medical Law Association, AVMLA. awv-women-veterinarians.org, Association for Women Veterinarians, AWV. aavmc.org, Association of American Veterinary Medical Colleges, AVMC. ava.com.au, Australian Veterinary Association, AVA. bva.co.uk, British Veterinary Association, BVA. btk-bonn.de, Bundesstier and Aumel, Kammer, National Veterinary Chamber, in German, BTK. cvma-acmv.org, Canadian Veterinary Medical Association, Association Canadienne des Médecins Vétérinaires, in English and French, CVMA, ACMV. ddd.dk, Den Dansk Dyrl and Elig, Geforening, Danish Veterinary Association, in Danish and English, DDD. dyr.is, D and Yakyat, Ral and Elig, Nefelag Islands, Icelandic Veterinary Association, in Icelandic, D. fve.org, Federation of Veterinarians of Europe, in English, FVE. gsdsvs.ch, Gesellschaft Schweizerischer Tier and Aumel, RZTE, Société des Vétérinaires Suisses, Society of Swiss Veterinarians, in German and French, GST, SVS. Vetcom.cz, Komora Veterinärliche and No. 345, and No. 367. České republiky, Chamber of Veterinary Doctors of Czech Republic, in Czech and English, KVL. knmvd.nl, Koninklijke Nederlandse Maatschappij voor Diergeneeskunde, Royal Netherlands Society for Veterinary Medicine, in Dutch, KNMVD. lvb.lv, Latvijas Veteran and No. 257, R and No. 257, Arsta Biedr and No. 299, BA, Latvian Association of Veterinarians, in Latvian, LVB. Vets.org.nz, New Zealand Veterinary Association, NZVA. Vetnet.no, Norsk Veteran and Elig, Referening, Norwegian Veterinary Association, in Norwegian, DNV. omveterinarios.pt, Ordem dos Médicos Veterinarios, Order of Veterinary Doctors, Portugal, in Portuguese, OMV. Veterinaire.fr, Ordre des Vétérinaires, Ordre National des Vétérinaires, Order of Veterinary Surgeons, French Order of Veterinary Surgeons, in French. colvet.es, Organización Colegial Veterinaria Española, Spanish Veterinary Association, in Spanish, OCVE. rcvs.org.uk, Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons, RCVS. Cell.fi, Suimen L and Aumel, in L and Aumel, K and Aumel, Reliito, Finland's Veteran and Aumel, Referbund, Societas Veterinariorum Finlandia, Finnish Veterinary Association, in Finnish, with some English, Cell. svf.se, Sveriges Veteran and Aumel, Referbund, Swedish Veterinary Association, in Swedish and English, SVF. Veterinary.or.th. Thai Veterinary Medical Association, in Thai and English, TVMA. tvhb.org.tr, Turk Veteriner Hekimleri Birliği and No. 287, I, Turkish Veterinary Medical Association, in Turkish, TVHB. Worldvet.org, World Veterinary Association, WVA.